area. Well, LeBron appears to be in no rush to forgive or forget how he injured his right ankle back in March when Solomon Hill collided with his legs while trying to grab a loose ball. This led LeBron to miss the most games of his career, sitting out 26 of the Lakers' final 30 regular season games. And after the Lakers' final regular season game on Sunday, LeBron threw some shade Hill's way, saying he was having the best season of his career until he had a, quote, grown man diving at my leg for a loose ball. Shannon, was this inbounds or out of bounds?
Inbounds, good. It was a catch. Yep. It was what Daz didn't do. This was a catch. Daz did not catch it. He's right. Grown man diving for a loose ball at the three-point line with 30-plus games to go in the regular season. Not a playoff game, not a game 7, a regular season game with 30-plus games to go. He's diving for a loose ball. Really? And I get people that, people die for loose balls. I get that. I played the game of football. There are a lot of plays that I could have made that was perfectly legal, but I would have injured someone. And even though that not have been my intent, I do not believe Solomon Hills intended to injure LeBron James. But intent only matters to the defender. The victim is just as injured. Whether he meant to do it or not, LeBron James' ankle was injured. He missed 6 weeks, basically 7.5 weeks when you combine all the time, Skip Bayless. So I agree with LeBron. I'd have been heated too because he was dealing. We was about to be the number 1 seed in the West. We was about to win our 5th MVP. You know that. Everybody knows that. And thanks to Solomon Hill, rolled his butt on that man's ankle. So if I'm LeBron, yes, I'm upset. And I'm still upset about it because he could have threw a monkey wrench in our season. Didn't happen, knock on wood. Healed up, rested up, and I'm going to be ready to go. But I'm not, I haven't forgotten it. I'm still upset about it. That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. Are you talking for LeBron or are you talking for you?
I'm just saying.
Okay.
Might be a little of both.
You actually, it's gotten so bad on the show, you channel LeBron James. He starts to speak through you, right?
Because I know. I've been in that situation because I know when guys don't have to do things that's unnecessary to make a play. Skip, that same thing. I go back to Tom Brady. Tom Brady, yeah, Skip, that was a perfectly legal play. Perfectly legal play. But they said, no, we can't have this. We can't have our best players getting injured like this. So for me, Solomon Hill, the play was unnecessary. Diving for a loose ball at a three-point line with 30 games to go in the regular season. If this is a playoff game, I think LeBron James understands that because each possession matters, but not the regular season. No.
So I was watching this live the other night as LeBron spoke to the media via Zoom, and I nearly fell out of my chair twice because he proclaimed Steph the MVP. That came first.
Yes.
And I'm like, give me a break. Just because you're going to play him, now he's the MVP. LeBron is great at keep your friends close, your enemies closer. Remember with Draymond, 1 minute he's calling him the B word in the middle of the finals.
We let bygones be bygones, Skip.
And the next, the finals are over. Golden State has collapsed, blown the 3-1 lead. And wait a second, Draymond's a business partner of LeBron's after he called him the B word?
Yeah.
How do you stomach that? How do you forgive and forget that?
It happens all the time. There are several NFL owners that are in business together. I think Jerry Jones might be one of the owners that have a tequila company, doesn't he, Skip? With some of the other owners that they compete against on a daily basis. See how that works?
So gratuitously, then LeBron brings up Solomon Hill out of left field. And he will not give this poor man a break.
No.
He's going to rub it in one last time. He's going to sick his billions of blind witnesses on this poor man. I'm sure he just got deluged on social media right after this comment. He did it. Well, he did. He tweeted about it himself. So I'm going to repeat the quote from LeBron.
What did he say?
Saying, it was not a self-inflicted wound or something I could control. It wasn't like I was putting in the work and then my body failed me. I literally had a grown man diving at my leg for a loose ball.
Right.
LeBron, that's called basketball. That's called National Basketball Association basketball. That's what Solomon Hill does for a living. He plays hard. That's why Solomon Hill, believe it or not, is still averaging 21 points a game, for the Atlanta Hawks.
21 minutes a game, you mean.
21 minutes a game for the Atlanta Hawks, who suddenly have become a real basketball team under Nate McMillan. They just flipped the switch, and they look legit. They are now the 5th seed. He plays 21 minutes. He doesn't contribute much in points and rebounds, but he fights his tail off every night at 6'6", 220 pounds.
Skip, you remember the play that Danny Green made on Klay Thompson that ended up injuring Klay? Do you believe he makes that same attempt on the ball if it's the 7th game of the regular season as opposed to game 6 of the NBA Finals? Because I do not.
Trying to foul him on a fast break?
He doesn't make that play. He doesn't make that play.
How many times has Klay had that play done to him and come down with no problem?
Not Danny, but Skip.
It wasn't like he's submarine.
No. But I'm saying he would have just let him go. 8 games, 10 games, 15 games into the regular season, Danny Green lets him go.
Okay.
Game 6 of the NBA Finals, I expect Solomon Hill to get on the floor because it's the meaning of it. Okay. But not in a situation like this.
Speaking of letting it go, LeBron's got to let this go.
We not.
If we could see it one more time,
we not.
Solomon Hill actually pulled his punch on this play because he pulled up. He does not follow through with all of his body weight here. He dives, and then he stops, and he pulls back. He reflexively pulled away. He did not roll over LeBron's planted foot. He weighs 220. He could have rolled into it, and maybe something
226
real bad would have happened because maybe something goes in his knee.
He shouldn't have been down there. Why he shouldn't have been down there anyway? He went half-hearted. I'm sorry.
There's nothing wrong with that play. He pulled his punch.
He should have Dusty Rose it with.
And LeBron will give him no credit for that.
You get no credit. You injured me. You don't get no. Hold on. Oh, because you only injured me only half of what you could have, you want me to give you credit for that? So you shouldn't have had your butt on the floor anyway.
Yeah, Solomon Hill's 8th year out of Arizona. It's not like he's a rookie or second-year player.
Exactly my point.
He doesn't know the ropes. He doesn't get it.
He does. He gets it.
He gets it, and he got it on that play, and he played it exactly the way you should play it in any regular season game. And the result was that LeBron looked like he only tweaked his ankle. LeBron continued on. He came down and made a 3 from the corner, and I watched him trot up the floor.
You saw him hobble up the court.
No, he trotted back.
Skip.
He was putting full weight on that. I still say the Lakers said you got to shut it down because we need you rested.
No, that's not what the Lakers said. Skip, you make it seem like LeBron played another quarter. The man played one more possession. He went down to play the defense. They called a timeout. He ended up getting the ball. He shot a 3. That was it, and he came out the game.
How many times have you seen LeBron just shake those kind of plays off? He turned, I watched him in the finals. It was, what was it, like game 2 of the finals? He turned his ankle all the way over to the floor. I mean, his ankle touched the floor. I said, that's bad.
Yeah.
He just shook it off and kept going.
More ankles roll like that as opposed to pronating in. Are you talking to a guy that had it pronate in like that and had high ankle sprains? They're more difficult than the typical one that rolls over the top.
You know why LeBron is so upset about this? He used the word that I was playing my best basketball individually. It stopped him from doing what I told you he was doing. He was stat padding, chasing Kareem, chasing the all-time scoring record, and it cost, how many games he missed? 26 games?
Skip, can I ask you a question?
He missed 26 games of Kareem chasing.
Skip,
That's what upset him the most.
Can I ask you a question?
Not about winning or losing. He's prioritized chasing Kareem.
So winning doesn't matter to him now?
Well, it's a code number one now.
Because can they win if he's not great on a nightly basis?
Well, if he could continue stat padding for those 26 games, it might have undercut his ability to win because he might have been a tired man now.
So anybody that scores, so all these other great players, these top players, Luka and Dame and Steph and KD and Harden and Kyrie, they're stat padding. Because I noticed when LeBron James does what great players do, he's stat padding. Everybody else, they're just great players. So when do they stat pad?
So if he falls short of Kareem in the number 1 overall scoring title,
he won't be the first.
You know what he'll do? He'll take another shot at Solomon Hill and say, he cost me that scoring title.
He gonna get it. And now, he would have got it had he not gotten injured. He probably would have got it in year 19. Because remember, he missed about 20 games his first year with the groin injury. So 40 games at that pace.
His first year in L.A.
With that groin injury. So, and plus, The games, like remember, the season got suspended with the pandemic. So we're at a regular season, given that average. So look where we would be. Look where we would be right now. So we be coming year 19. Guess what? The record.
I don't blame him for being a little bitter about
LeBron
the
is making a mountain out of a mole.
We're not done talking about the ankle right now. Chris Broussard, he's going to join us after the break. We're going to talk about how much that ankle will affect the Lakers' repeat title hopes. Is it even possible? Don't go anywhere.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy. And